This video is intended for audiences who are 13 and over. If you are not 13 and over, please fuck off and tell your parents to moderate what you watch online.
Tariq, hey.
Hey.
Boys. So I had an insane theory a few days ago when I watched this week's episode of Geats that I feel like I should tell you right now.
Sure, go for it.
It's insane, right? So as you know, nobody knows what the deal with the sponsor is, right? We know they're from the future and everything, right?
Yeah, some kind of future.
Right? And people are trying to speculate what type of future they're from. Like, is this like a Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's future? That's
Right. Or is this like an Arc 5 situation? Yeah, I can understand this in Yu-Gi-Oh! Terms.
Mm-hmm. Right. So people are. So one of the big theories is that every sponsor is related some way to their
right.
particular...
Which I understand that theory being a theory. It just doesn't make sense to me narratively based off of the selection process.
And also time-wise, right? It doesn't make a lot of sense. Right, so after Kyun this week showing up and talking to Neon, I had an insane theory that this is a time traveler's wife situation, right?
That they're all their spouses?
No, just Kyun. I don't give a fuck about that.
Okay,
just particularly Kyun. I'm thinking he's doing a time traveler's wife situation.
Oh yeah, it definitely feels like that because.
But then I realized that now that I think about it, that was an insane movie concept.
It was a batshit crazy movie. That's why I didn't fucking like. I watched the trailer, I read the Wikipedia, and I felt like I got the synopsis because I said, I don't need to watch this movie. And then I read the Wikipedia, and I went, I really didn't need to watch this movie.
And then, did you know that they made a TV show based off the movie?
What? Where?
Yeah, there's a... it came out...
In America?
It came out last year on HBO Max.
What the fuck? Hold up. It came out last year.
Yep. And it was removed last year, too.
Good.
Max.
You know what? Cool. That's.
Oh wait, the show received a generated negative reception and was canceled after one season. Cool.
Yeah. Good. The only time traveler's wife I need is fucking River Song in Doctor Who.
Mm-hmm, right. I don't like the idea of a guy traveling throughout time, looking at his current wife's past self. Because if you think about it, that's kind of grooming, right?
Oh, that's super grooming. I mean, also, if we're really jumping into the whole Kyun situation, boy, there's, like, Kyun being her supporter and, like, negging her, like, whatever, is just like, I don't like how this feels. Like, this feels like a guy, like, manipulate, like, if he's really, like, if this is really supposed to be some, like, love-hate, married couple spout, like, that's the whole thing, is like, oh, they are arguing with each other, they must like each other, sort of thing. But he's giving her all these niceties when he's, like, using the letter, like, whatever his communication process, and then, like, when he sees her, he just, like, gets all tsundere and angry. It's like, boy, you know, it's one thing to be tsundere to just, like, a girl that you know. It's another thing to have a power dynamic of being her sponsor and directly responsible for whether or not she gets fucking, like, power-up items to survive the death game.
Right. But yeah, that is my insane shitpost theory with Kyun right now.
I feel similarly. I just don't want it to be that. Like, that's how I feel. I think that's kind of how I felt. Or to make a larger point on what you said, like, the way I felt this after this week is just like, I think that at this point, the sponsors and the time travel situation with them is probably the most, like, narratively dangerous thing for this show, where they might not be able to stick the landing, because if they don't have a fucking plan on how they actually, like, what their future means and all this stuff, because we're getting some real weird inconsistencies based off of, like, what they say the future works like, and so I'm like, what is the actual deal with the future? Like, don't get too complicated. Maybe he's in somebody's specific future. I can't tell if it's like, or is this like again, you know, joking about fucking, like, fucking Yu-Gi-Oh futures and shit. It's like, is this a multiverse? Are we talking like multiverse situation? Or are we talking like everybody's it's all one future? Because aside from the fact that like fucking like they all have weird things that they say about the future, they're also, each of the sponsors are different ages, at least seemingly, right?
Yeah.
Certainly Kekura is like the oldest, and you learned your mistake about Baraba, right?
Yeah, yep.
So all I'm saying is they clearly shouldn't be able to, like, they're not, even if they were supposed to be in some way related, they're clearly different ages. There's different, are they all taken from the same point in time, or are they taken from old, like, different,
are they all from, like, different,
because the future is a lot, there's a lot of space for future, right? Are they all from the same future of, like, 2075, or are some people from, like, 2073, 2175, 280, 2000, 2865? Like, are some people in the universal century, or are they in the fucking cosmic century? Or are we doing a correct century situation? All right, what's the way this works?
You're getting real dangerous now. Going into timelines all of a sudden, you know.
Yeah, well, you know, hey, that's the problem of Doctor Who and Gundam. You get real into fucking timelines, and it fucking makes your brain bleed.
But hey, Kamen Rider Geats, episode 25.
Back at it again.
Lamentation
I.
Jyamato Grand Prix.
Yep. It's season.
There's an actual heart emoji in this fucking title.
Yeah. It's season 5 of Geats now.
Yes. Right. Let's see. Daybreak, Encounter, Conspiracy, Divergence, and now this. Right.
Yeah.
Season 5.
Season 5, right?
Yeah.
So, boy, this is. There's so much to be said about, like. I mean, I guess the Vision Driver gives you the ability to do all this stuff.
Right. Look, as soon as you have access to the source code, you can do whatever you want. You know.
Like Baraba just has her own fucking graphics team, apparently. Like. I'm just looking at.
Oh boy,
like,
you think it's the Jyamato? You think they learn how to do graphics?
No, I think it's probably Daichi at this point. Like, I think that's what Nudge Sparrow's job is at this point. Is to fucking crack.
Open up Photoshop every week, you know, right?
Like, I'm just saying, because it's like, obviously, with a show that has changed its opening credits sequence so much, it would make sense that they would for the JGP, they'd make a new Jyamato side oriented opening sequence. But Nudge Sparrow is still not really included as, I mean, he says it himself. Daichi's like, I'm not actually any part Jyamato, and Michiyaka. So I don't want to step. Look, this is for you people. You know, you people can do it. I'm not part of you people, all right? I'm not a plant person. You at least are half plant person. So I can't say JGP. I can't play in the JGP, but you can play in the JGP because you're half Jyamato. I'm still human. I'm still just I can't do that. Which just makes me think that if we're really looking at parallels in terms of roles, it seems like Baraba is the game master, and Archimedal is now I guess producer, because he's making the Jyamato and sending them out, or creating them and grooming them in not a weird way. So that would mean that the parallel role that Daichi would have would be
is Sumeri, right?
Yeah, right. He'd be the navigator, that keeps everything together and coordinates. Mind you, they don't need
to have a tech guy, you know.
Yeah,
right?
A guy in a chair, right? But meanwhile, that being said, the only Jyamato that he really needs to interact with, cognitively, is fucking Michinaga. But hey, look, we've a new development once again with the fucking Jyamato. They've evolved now to the fact of copying people's personalities. So at this point, what's the... I mean, okay, so now they're plant people. They're just straight up plant... Like, they're just...
Yeah.
Now they're... Like, the fact that they are getting to the point of... Like, having the memories of the people they copy... Because before they were like, oh, they're just, like, kind of, like, broken versions. They're not really the person. It's like, okay, well, now we get into some fucking, like, ethics questions of, like, okay, well, if they think they remember their past lives, and they're basically, like, plant clones of them, are we killing people? Like, that's, that's a problem, right? Like, they're still clearly, like, controlled, or at least, like, inspired by malice, but, like, there's no... The only thing that they're really... There's still, like, a possibility of reasoning with them if they start, like, actually existing and remembering their human lives.
Right.
So now it's fucking... Now it's getting real fucking weird to, like, just kill them and fight, like... Like, Kay was gonna have a real big issue with this shit. But yeah, hey, it's all about Jyamatos now. It's the Jyamatos' time to rule. Reparations for the Jyamato,
right.
okay?
And thanks to his new sponsor, Michinaga gets some new clothing for.
He gets some new clothes and a new friend.
He no longer has to wear a
dirty trench, a dirty raincoat that he died in and has not been able to change out of since he died in it.
Right.
Do you think he's had? Do you think he's been okay? So when you what do they say? Retire, like, from, like, the DGP. You know, you fucking Mega Man, Digimon, like, burst into, like, little fractals and shit. You know, do you think when you die that way, do you still shit your pants? And if you do you think that Michinaga's been walking around with poopy pants this entire time?
I mean, I assume that, right, is that when the human body dies, right, it still just functions normally, right? It's
well,
like he's right.
When you die, you vacate your bowels, right? It's the whole body just, like, completely, like, expunging everything. That's why you get the weird, like, gasp, all of the things inside you start pushing their way out.
That's why morticians, right?
Morticians, yeah.
Yeah, right. That's why they say that, hey, if you get a coffin, don't seal it tight, you know, right?
Yeah.
Because
you don't want that shit to explode. Yeah, right.
Yeah, unironically, it will explode, you know, right?
Yeah.
Right. So, right. I mean, look. He's in a look. You know, look. Archimedo needs fertilizers, you know, for the plants, you know, right? He just, do you think he just handed him a bucket? Hey, go in this bucket. Don't ask what I'm gonna do. Look, I'll throw away the bucket later.
Or was it like, go bathe in the sprinklers as I like water the plants?
Oh.
Gatorade. It's what plants love. It's what plants love. He's just bathing in the Gatorade, fucking straight up. Like, because the difference between the JGP sides, like, again, so at this point, I'm now just comparing them structurally to each other, right?
Right.
The JGP versus the DGP does not have the amenities that the DGP has, right? Mm-hmm. They have a warehouse, and they have a fucking greenhouse, and then they have the burnt-out, like, remnants of a past civilization. So... And the only reason...
It could be like a Last of Us situation.
I mean, sure. It could be a Last of Us situation. Right? It could be a Last of Us situation. It doesn't look that good for the Last of Us either. Like, it's pretty hard to find fucking common decency. Like, are they riding on giraffes? Like, fuck, I don't know. Like, all I'm saying is, if it's anything like that, it's like, I understand that Baraba has, with the Vision Driver, the power to set up and, like, manifest her own games, but, like, what... And I guess, apparently, make or acquire clothes for Michinaga, but, like, where, like, what else are you able... Can you get me some, like... Can you get me a shower? Can I get hot running water? Like... My plant parts need to bathe. I need moisture. Like, I'm not a fucking...
Right? Right?
I'm not. We're not all like.
I don't feel comfortable with Archimedo taking me to the back and spraying me with a hose every night.
Yeah, telling me to clean up. Yeah,
he insists on watching me
Jesus,
too, you know?
yeah. He's like, I gotta make sure you clean up, and then he does that thing with his tongue, and I go, oh god.
Right.
Also,
I tell him I can do it myself. He's like, no, I have to make sure. You know.
Also, jokingly, right? So, the Jyamato that is Michinaga's friend Toru, from the previous DGP contestant. Yep. So he's returned as one of my least favorite Jyamato designs, which is the giant cactus horse, which we know at this point, right, that they're all based off of like different chess pieces. So he's the knight, Jyamato, but like when you actually look at the Jyamato designs, they're all very different kinds of plants too. Like the cactus horse knight Jyamato is a fucking cactus. It's a succulent. It doesn't need water. The other one is a fucking pitcher plant. Like that's those two very different ecosystems that plant grows in. What the fuck is this growing process that you're getting cacti and pitcher plants and fucking other shit like all mixed up together? Like that doesn't make sense.
Archimedo has a very good green thumb. You know, he can.
He's got a green thumb up people's asses. Yeah.
Right. He's very good at raising his plants.
I can't even tell what the. Well, actually, no. It's one's like a pitcher plant and one's like a. What the fuck? The one with like the honeycomb pattern I know is another like tropic like rainforest type plant.
What is that? The bishop? That's the bishop one.
I think it's the bishop. Bishop is the honeycomb one. We know the knight one. I think the rook.
Oh wait, hold on, I forgot. No way. We actually see their name. I don't know why.
I mean, they do show their name, but I mean, we know that the rook one is the pitcher plant one because it.
So it's rook and bishop. Yeah. I don't know how we're trying so hard when they deliberately show us to it.
Yeah. What's interesting also is that they're showing. Let's also say, hey, what the fuck is the game this week with the new season? Hey, it's a lightning game. It's them all. Baraba's rules are just fuck shit up. Just start some shit. Burn down the city.
High score. Whoever caused the most damage wins, you know?
Yeah, whoever causes the most damage wins, but also you need to be able to...
all those mini games, we have to break the boxes,
but then she just kind of leaves shit at the end of like, oh, also, bang these drums so that we can like really fuck it up. Like, also there is an actual goal, but also just like the most damage you do, the more points you get. Like really, like a fucking Street Fighter middle of the game beat up the car like sort of mini game situation.
Yeah.
But like, it's weird to me that the way that the Jyamato are positioned, excluding Buffa, right? Mm-hmm. It seems like they're propping up the three, let's say, I mean, they're all chess Jyamato, but the ones that are distinctive pieces.
The ones that aren't the pawns, the non-pawns.
Right, but then there's the two pawns that are Jyamato riders. So...
Boy, look! It's like when you gotta fill out slots on your team, right? And you run out of characters, so you're like, oh yeah, you know, look, right? And you just
and you include the farmhand from the farmhand NPC,
right?
I mean, but that's the thing, right? Is the Jyamato riders were introduced as like this big upgrade for like the threat to the Kamen Riders.
Jyamato themselves, right?
And now it's like they're playing support for the like actual like face pieces of the Jyamato, and it feels weird, especially considering now that like Baraba's like, hey, here, have some fucking like have some raise buckles, like have the monster buckle, have the fucking fever buckle, like go for it, like it feels like it feels like it muddies the power scaling. You know, like we were threatened by the Jyamato Riders before, but now we're having trouble with all of them. Like we're really playing on hard mode at this point, I guess, is what I'm saying. It's like like shit has gone downhill. Like they better fucking find some more riders because these three are not enough.
Right. Oh look, you don't need more riders if you just give out more upgrades, you know, right?
Well, you know, you're not entirely wrong, but sometimes you don't want to wind up looking like fucking Tigger, you know. Winnie the Pooh's best friend. But yeah. There's anyway, hey, the Jyamato are attacking. Quick, Rangers, we need you to go out and save the day.
Right.
It's like, but you know you won't. Man, Chirami continues to troll. I feel like Chirami is honestly on, like, just totally down for, like, this to keep happening.
He's still on Game Master host mode, right?
Yeah.
Right.
He does not give a shit about he does not give a shit about this world and its people. He is absolutely just trying to, like, fuck with them.
Look, his contract, says like he's here to make the game exciting and to be a good game host. He's like, okay, I'm still on the clock. I'm still getting paid. I still need to do my job, you know.
Yeah.
Right. I'm still here and I still need to do my thing, you know. Right.
Yeah.
But yeah. Hey, look, the scores aren't good. We got 6. The Jyamato Grand Prix has 6 characters, you know.
Yeah, 6. Right? It's a 6-person party versus a 3-person party, and the 3-person party is not doing well.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Also, there's a sad little kid who wants his sick mommy to be better. So hey, there's your pathos for the fucking, or ethos for the fucking episode. Oh, we gotta protect this little kid and this fucking Oni festival so he can make his dream to save his mommy.
Can have their happy dreams or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, their happy festival, whatever. But like, yeah, I don't think that's gonna save your mom. I think what she needs is a fucking vaccine, kid. But yeah, this is where we finally get the moment of, hey, what happens if a Jyamato rider uses like a regular raise buckle? And also, like, there's just a bunch of, like, actual combination and stuff that happens in this. So, cool. Great. We've seen what it can happen.
We've absolutely seen that.
Yeah. Jyamato with boost and Jyamato with monster. Which, I can't tell if that was just because, like, that was what they needed. They needed it to be the fever buckle because, again, we talked about, like, the Jyamato buckle only going in on the left side. But, like, it's... I mean, it's like, hey, these Jyamato riders look pretty cool. Hey, these Jyamato riders mixed with the fucking raise buckles? Yeah, that works. Yeah. But yeah, they're all fucking up and trying not to die. And they are losing bad.
Yeah. Not looking good for all of them.
Yeah, for Team DGP. Yeah.
Right. They're not doing good. Right. So, but hey, look, round 1's over, and our DGP team gets their ass kicked.
I will say, in terms of taking note of, like, even though they do get their asses kicked, I will give points for Neon using the zombie buckle from the fever slot buckle, because she gets a pretty, like, good, like, there's good fight choreography for her, like, doing that. Because she just fucking... that point where she grabs...
I wasn't a big fan of her just holding by the blade side and doing that thing.
Well, she grabbed... But she didn't just grab the blade side. She grabbed the, like...
she grabbed, like, the little...
Like, holster, like... The thing that, like, you... The sword that you cock, you know, like a fucking shotgun. I personally thought that was just a creative move with that fucking, cool like, shot, item. You know? And then she, like, grabs it and flips it again and fucking goes for the attack. And then it's like, oh, anyway, she still fucking got her ass kicked. Doesn't matter. But yeah.
Look, Kawa does his best, you know? And look, Kawa has some cool bits during this.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is we're looking at this as, man, this has been, like, oh, man, our riders really have, like, leveled up. And, like, now the Jyamato come out swinging immediately. It's like, okay, not that good, actually. Turns out you're really getting your asses whooped. I thought you guys would be better by now.
Right.
And once again, it's all gonna fall down to our fucking main character. Goddamn Ace, back at it again.
Well, look, he is the star of the stars, you know?
He's the star of the star of the stars.
Right? Only he can be the coolest one, you know?
Yeah, I've said, I made a wish on a star, and I said I want to be the protagonist of my own story.
Yeah. Yeah, but don't worry. Everybody stays after the cleanup. You know, like, oh.
Yeah, hey, we're gonna help you people.
Right. Yeah, but our sponsors can't believe the idea. You know, like, oh my god, why would you do that? Why should you pick up after yourself?
Why would you try to help people? Like, what? And it's like, I mean, they're just out here making some, like, noise and stuff. This is a fucking festival, dude. The fuck's a festival? I'm sorry, the fuck do you mean what the fuck's a festival?
We don't have that in the future. Do you not have festivals in Frog Statue World?
We don't have
move around and celebrate that stuff, you know?
But also, like, okay, so let's talk about how they describe the future. Specifically, what Gene says. So Gene describes it as everybody has their world designed to their heart's content. It's all designed for them. They don't have designer babies. They don't just have designer babies. They have designer futures. They have designer lives.
Right.
You can't realistically have a bunch of simultaneous design, like perfectly designed, at some point, people's desires are going to counteract each other. You can't wish to be the king of the one and only king of the world with two people.
Or do you think everyone in the future lives in a little lives like Matrix pods?
That's what I'm trying to figure it out.
When he was talking about this stuff, how your lives are pre-designed, like everything is built for you. Where I was like, I feel like that's very contradicting to millions of people.
Yeah.
Right, to the point where I feel like everyone in the future stays in this, right? Fucking does it like what was that movie? Ready Player One, you know, where they all
they log into the thing. I mean, the way that he's describing it, when you think about it, sounds a lot more like fucking like Matrix style, where it's like, do you want to like take the red pill or the blue pill? Like,
right?
Which, boy, God, don't. Oh God, if this turns out to be some fucking simulation theory shit, I'd be fucking mad.
I mean, everyone is in a kind of in a simulation, you know.
I mean, they are. They are, but
it's controlling what everyone sees and does.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh man, that's the other thing. So, the other thing about them like making the Jyamato just going balls out day one, like game one, is just like. So, I get before that we've been like rebuilding worlds and like, you know, everybody's got stuff that they're trying to do and they're like it's usually like within a controlled, contained area and like. They set up, like, the Jamar, like, area, whatever, right? But, it turns out that Neon's dad has been the only one keeping people fucking quiet.
Oh, no, absolutely insane when Neon's dad,
because I watched, when that fucking festival got attacked, I'm like, boy, you guys have, like, worse police presence than fucking, like, a bad neighborhood in, like, Baltimore. Like, you just can't, like, no cops showed up. Nobody came to help you.
Those are the type of neighborhood that Scott Adams were talking about.
Yeah, Scott Adams would never live here at this kind of festival. Wonder what Scott Adams is.
Get out of there.
Boy, what's Scott? So, boy, he has a lot of opinions on black people. What are his opinions on the other races? Like, Jesus, I mean, really.
I mean, he does a live stream. He does like a 2-hour live
I am not going to like and subscribe to the real Scott Adams podcast or whatever fucking YouTube channel.
I think it's just a fucking. He does like a 2-hour rant every day. It's real funny. I was trying to look for the
every day.
Yeah.
Jesus, is he married? I'm gonna look this up. Okay, boy, the good thing about being a controversial person is that SEO shit just makes you come up way faster. Okay. He separated from his... So he was married from 2006 to 2014, and then he got remarried to someone named... Well, I don't need to fucking say their name, but people can Wikipedia that. But he got remarried in 2020, which, boy, what a fucing, good, what a time to get in it.
For like 70 minutes every day, just going on something, you know?
But then they separated in 2022, and I wonder if that was, Adam's trained as a hypnotist, boy, there's some weird, there's some interesting things of...
Well, he wears the same shirt every single day. Holy shit. I can't tell if this is a bit, or he only just owns this fucking black shirt. Wait, no, look, he might wear a different shade of black shirt. Okay, never mind. But I can't tell if that's actually a different shade of black, or is that just the lighting in all these cameras, right?
Yeah.
Also, I don't know which one is the stream where he goes on his rant.
Well, I mean, it's got to be within the last couple of weeks, but also, God... Jesus, man. He didn't... Yeah, I don't like any I don't like any. He's been married twice and he's been divorced twice, and I don't know what that. I don't think that says anything about him necessarily. But like the idea that anybody like the last person that married him in 2020 or 2020, and at that point you should have known. Like that's a person that like knew what he was like. 2006 to 2014, I feel like that's when he started getting weird, and the first wife left him. But that other person that married him, I've got to imagine fucking like knows some shit. Like is into some like weird fringe shit. But anyway, hey, Scott Adams is lonely, and I don't know what he thinks about what he thinks about plant people. And, and living in plant neighborhoods.
Do you think Scott Adams would? Do you think Scott would appreciate having Jyamato neighbors? You know?
Oh, he would never have. Look, do you see how dark the Jyamato's plant skin is? Absolutely not.
Oh. Right, yeah, so Kayla goes talks to Kekra and everything, tries to explain to her about the youth and everything.
Yeah, Kekra decides that he does not feel like showing Kayla his human form still because he's like, nah, fuck it, a frog's good enough for you.
I mean, it's not a human form, right? It's just an avatar, right?
I can't tell if I mean,
that's what he says.
Right, but is the frog statue an avatar too? Like, so here's the thing, right? So Gene and Baraba are the only two sponsors that have openly showed themselves to their, like, sponsees, whatever, fuck, like, their, fuck, I don't even remember what, there's a term for it, whatever, to their players, right?
Right.
We know Kekara and Kyun have avatars, let's just say, that are people, but, are we to assume that Gene and Baraba's like bodies are just avatars as well that they chose, or like thus there would be like an equivalent of like a random like I guess are Baraba and Gene just playing the game on like with no cosmetics, just like straight out of the box? And, like, Kekara and Kyun just decided to, like, buy some cool skins. Like, ooh, this is my troll, like, frog doll, like, statue skin.
This is me being a guy and picking a female avatar to play as, you know?
But, like, also, fucking Kyun is also not even showing himself. He's just expressing himself through magic writing paper. Which, I don't even... What does that even mean? Like, how does that work?
He's really good at writing, replying back to people, you know, right? As soon as he's already in chat writing something back to them, right? You know,
yeah,
that's what he's doing, right?
I mean, I have to assume that he's somehow observing her in real time when she's sitting in the sponsor room, but that means that there is some consciousness, like. There's some core consciousness if they are just, like, puppeting these avatars. Where is the core consciousness that they have? Like, I don't...
Right.
This is where we're getting, like, complicated, and this is where I'm starting to, like, see things start to, like, the threads start to be like, pulled a little too tightly now, because it's like, okay, guys, you're getting a little messy. There's a lot of weird things being introduced here. I don't know that can work.
Right.
But hey, Kekara says that he doesn't know anything about festivals, even though he likes to, like, troll and, be a toad statue. And Kyun decides to neg his fucking, contestant. Because I can't tell what this dynamic is supposed to be. Is this the setup for a romance?
Look, I think you should be more, like, don't be surprised the fact that Kyun, be more surprised that this random guy showed up and, like, I'm gonna assume that their village is like in some remote part of Japan. Like, how are you here? I don't know why you're already responding to this person. You should be questioning this more right now, right? Like, hey.
I mean,
right? Like, it's like one thing to meet like the same person twice, like a complete stranger twice. But it's also like another thing to meet them again. And
then he says, he's like gives her a hint. I don't know if he's intentionally giving her a hint or if he's like just fucked up by talking about her wish, but like
Right, this goes
even Neon is able to pick up.
It was during this part when my deranged time traveler's wife.
I'm just saying, Neon is able to pick. Even Neon, right, slow as she can be, is able to pick that up real fucking fast. She's like, whoa, how the fuck do you know about that?
Mm-hmm.
And like,
Right.
I would be like. I don't know what Neon's going to do with this information. Like, she's like, okay, 2 times are weird. 2 times, and one of those times you mentioned my, like, privately mentioned dream that I wrote down in a death game. Super weird. If you show up a 3rd time and say some other shit, I'm calling the police. Like, here's another thing, right? Here's a fucking batshit unhinged theory that I just came up with.
Okay.
What if Kyun is the person that tried to kidnap Neon from her parents, like, whatever,
Jeez.
10 years ago?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh.
Like, because we find out that, I guess, her dad competed in the DGP and he used his wish to wish for a daughter, which, man, I don't know whose parts weren't working there, but based off of the way that he and his wife act, I can absolutely believe that they were not able to fertilize a child.
Yeah. Right. Also, boy, hey, real quick, before we get to Neon's dad, boy, so we talked about it last week or 2 weeks ago about the actor's height. Boy, I can't tell if the actor for Cute is that tall or if Neon's actress is
just that small.
Right?
I mean, she's pretty fucking short.
Right, like there was this, like when we get the wide shot, not the part when he's leaning over, but like when there's like a wide shot of them, I think at like what was this time frame, right? At like 15:23, I was like, boy, wow, man.
Yeah, he is just, he's fucking leaning. The thing is, we also, well, when we had the 3 sponsor riders like lined up to fight Baraba.
He is 6 foot. Oh wait.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I was gonna say because Jean is shorter than, like, when we had all of them lined up. Jean is about the same height as Baraba, or something like that. A little bit shorter than like Ace. And if we use that as a reference point, and then we had them all lined up when they fought against Baraba, it's like definitely Kekara and Kyun seem to be the tallest of the sponsors so far.
Right. Okay,
but yeah, hey,
look, yeah.
Anyway,
people fighting about the Jyamatos now, you know, right?
Jyamatos got their first dub in. It's
1 in 10 people now know about the Jyamatos.
Yeah, that's a lot of people, and I assume they're just talking about people in Japan because that's how Kamen Rider tends to work. But that's still a lot of people. 1 in 10 people talking about fucking Jyamatos.
Yeah,
that is
talking about plant people walking around.
Yeah, and sharing videos online of like, hey, look at this plant, this giant fucking plant cactus horse man, like attacking. Like that's a pretty big like oopsie on like information control.
Right. Also, boy, hey, look, man, the confrontation energy between Chiram and Neon's dad, fucking intense. The room I do not want to be.
Not Chiram, with Niram.
Yeah, Niram.
There's Chirami or
fuck.
fucking.
I hate this. I hate this. We go through this every single goddamn week.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine when we had Girori and fucking Niram and Samas, but now there's fucking Chirami and Niram, and it's like there's two. One of you's got to change your name. One of you's got to change your fucking name.
Yeah, but the energy in this room is too intense, you know?
Oh, yeah, he absolutely goes, hey, why don't you fucking learn how to do something, but, like, why don't you go show your daughter some love, bitch? Oh, wait, you gonna transform for me? Ooh, I'm Gazer.
Look, but I gotta give credit to the actor for Neon's dad,
Kurama,
who can just do this, like, this death stare, right?
Oh, yeah,
like,
he looks real angry. He's got real,
he looks
like...
a person that can... He looks like a guy that can kill you with a pencil, you know?
Yeah, oh, yeah, but the question is, will it be a pencil by pushing your head onto a table, or will it be a pencil against a wall and pushing your head against the pencil in the wall?
Right. But
is this a Joker or John Wick?
Right, yeah, but Nero just staring at it, was like, oh... Right?
Yeah.
And like, there's like this just intense energy between them both of them. Which is
Niram is,
absolutely such a strong power scene that's going on right now.
Yeah, the question is whether or not, like, what's going to come of that, because clearly Niram doesn't have full control. He's clearly lost. I'll say this: he's lost control of the situation. So, like, he's trying to keep whatever he can to together.
Right.
If he starts dealing with,
he's trying to avoid having to pay out.
If he,
right?
Yeah, if he starts dealing with insubordination within his own ranks that are still there, like if Chirami fucking goes rogue and is just like, nah, the Jyamato Grand Prix seems more fun and they're offering me benefits. Like, right? He just dips and then fucking Neon's dad just goes fucking like, fuck you, I'm taking my money elsewhere. Like,
right? I'll sponsor them,
Yeah,
right?
then it's kind of he's kind of fucked. Like, so I'm curious to know what the fuck their plan is to try and take this back, other than just can you guys please get the other belt back?
Yeah, just beat them up and get it
back. Can you guys please steal the belt back? Like, I really don't want to go out there and fight. I know that I'm supposed to be this all-powerful fucking Kamen Rider, but if they steal my belt too, then I'm really gonna get, fired, and I don't want that.
Right. I don't want to piss off the shareholders.
Yeah, I don't want to piss off the shareholders or the giant statue of creation that controls how the world is created, because she might create my head where my ass is.
Yeah, right. But yeah, look, this little kid is sad, and everything.
Yeah, my mommy's in the hospital and she won't get better. But hopefully these prayers will help. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Thoughts and prayers, kid. Thoughts and prayers. We're all rooting for you.
Someone please make a GoFundMe.
If this Facebook post gets 500, they said if this Facebook post gets 500,000 likes, they'll give my mom support in the hospital.
Right.
But hey, we learned more about Michinaga's Michinaga and Toru's relationship, which is good because
good shot, by the way. I like the shot where he talks, right? And we use the
reflection
glass,
ball, yeah,
right, the glass ball, right? Fucking amazing shot, by the way.
Yeah,
it's a really strong shot.
It's really smart. It's really showing how things have again, Geats has continued to prove that at least somebody in the fucking Reiwa era is trying, right? But I really wonder where they're going to go with the Jyamato having this much sentience,
do you
conscience.
think there's gonna be a ship of Theseus type of situation, right? Where as the Jyamato continue evolving, absorbing the person's memory, that they reach the point where they become the person, right? Is the best
right. Well, that's the thing. If you're, it's like the theories, the fucking philosophical quandaries of if you teleport, right, and the teleportation is just destroying one body and rebuilding it somewhere else, and you retain all the same memories, are you still you, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. And it's if you die in the game and you come back to life as a big ass plant person with all your memories still there,
are you the same person?
Yeah, are you the same person? And it's it seems like they're not, but they're becoming closer and closer to actually
because they're evolving and everything, Yeah.
The closest thing I can think to this is similar to 0-1's Singularity. It's more like 0-1's Singularity issue with the Huma gears, where it's at what point do they become indistinguishable from humans?
Right.
And at what point does that become a problem? Is Jyamato Toru going to become more human, or is there always going to be is the Jyamato part of him always going to cause him to be a monster and fight and go against his ideals, I guess? I mean, we don't know that he was a fucking murderer that he was or wasn't a murderer, but based off of the way that they personify him, it seems like he was, he and Michinaga were fuck up delinquents, but they weren't fucking going out there committing big crimes and shit. They just
they weren't Tokyo Revengering it,
I mean, they were at the start of Tokyo Revengers, where they're just oh, we think we're cool hot shit, and then actual fucking Yakuza attack them and they go, oh, we are not hot shit. We are sorry. Please don't make us stay here. Please, we're sorry. Don't make us be in the Fight Club. I promise. We were just playing around.
Right.
Yeah.
So we find out what their backstory. Hey, look, they used to fight. Right?
Yeah.
I guess a couple of boys going around town causing trouble and everything.
Yeah, hey, it's not our fault that those adult gangsters picked a fight with us. It's not we didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
But yeah, just we're back to round 2 where the Jyamato are starting to beat that drum, and Gene is just jumping in at all points now.
Hey, look, support class, right? Look, you got your support class in.
I mean, oh god, is fuck, what's the new one?
Engage?
Yeah, is he the engaged spirit for fucking for Ace? Is Gene Ace's Marth?
Uh-oh.
He is blue and white, and he has colored hair.
Oh, man. Right. Oh, yeah, also, I love the part when Michinaga just fucking steps on this banner, right? Like,
yeah.
He's like, yeah, I got him.
I'm a tough guy. Them. Yeah, I mean, it's so funny, like, because they are also, again, Bariba has the control to, curate these games however she wants to and give points how she wants to, but just hearing point
definitely not an infraction or a collusion,
right, but like fucking all of the sound effects of the points score going off every time they step on something or throw a trash can over. It's I mean, yeah, I guess, but it's maybe you could just stack up stuff by just littering and pooping on the ground. If you they're getting points for just general being a general nuisance, public nuisancy, and it's I mean, I guess. If you get drunk if you start smoking weed at a fucking school or get drunk on a playground, do you get extra points?
Right? Do you think at some point this is gonna be reported? Right? Hey,
yeah,
do you think there's an FCC
a bunch of plant people offered a bunch of kids liquor and got them drunk at a Chuck E. Cheese? Where the police want to catch them, but Bariba's 10,000 points, perfect, more child delinquency.
Right? Right? I just love how fucking low effort, especially when it gave revealed that the secret mission is just hit someone up close. Oh man,
not
fucking the hardest task.
Hit a Kamen Rider. Hit a Kamen Rider at close range. I mean, to be fair, none of the sponsors have been have made their secret other than assuming that all the sponsors. I mean, it can't be that just the sponsors are the ones that send out the bonus missions, but so far the most, other than Keiwa's missions, which have been giving him, where Kekiro's saying, I've been actively trying to give you the boost buckle as often as possible, making it as easy as possible, and you keep losing it and not using it, and it's fucking driving me insane. But other than that, the most ridiculous fucking goddamn, secret mission thing was with the Jyamato delinquent principal school game where Geats had to use the powered builder buckle to build a room so the principal had an office, and then they get the secret buckle to fight and then they get the secret that was the most convoluted one so far. All the other ones have been I don't know, man. Neon, do a TikTok dance. Fucking Geats, look cool as shit. Hey, cool. Ace, hey, Kayla, fucking, I don't know, just be a bleeding heart and try to save some old lady, help an old lady cross the street. Okay, cool. Boom, boom, boom. Secret mission cleared. Go fucking fight. I mean, they're not, making it hard for their respective writers to, get their secret missions. But fucking, now we get to, hey, one more person that gets to use the command buckle. I don't know. I mean, look, we knew that all of these parts have been some of the most generic, modular upgrades in Kamen Rider history. But at this point, it just feels mean that we're not. It's very unlikely that Neon's going to get to use the command buckle because of just how Kamen Rider's written. But man. Buffa doesn't even give a he just throws the fucking command sword and just starts kicking Ace, and then he fucking remembers, oh yeah, I have a sword, so I'm gonna use it. And, the fact that Buffa gets this whole moment of using the command buckle when he really doesn't need it because he's powered up by being both a Jyamato and, like, half Jyamato and also, like, having just all of his other regular... Like, clearly the zombie buckle is fucking broken. But, like, this is still letting him just, like, get another power-up that... At this point, Neon's got the Fever Buckle?
Yeah, hey, look, look, she's got a perfect match with the Fever Buckle once, right?
Yeah, once. Yeah, Yeah, she got two... Also, she got two guitars.
Right. Also, boy, speaking of the... Hey, so I want to do another rant about the power driver...
powered build, powered builder thing, yeah.
So I fucking hate how this thing has like its own mini-con slots, right?
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know if you follow the toy news and everything, but they revealed the Gashapon third round picks, right? That are coming out, whatever the fuck, right? So they announced that the Beat Buckle is gonna get a power drill mini-con buckle for it. And
so it goes back to... Like a power, like a little guitar?
Yeah, right. So it's getting its little guitar buckle, right? And that doesn't mean that it's gonna appear in the show, because the Gashapon toy line is just, hey, we can make this shit because we can, right? But I'm really fucking. I guess proves how much I fucking hate the power built buckle and how it's like how it just needs like this weird little mini con to work.
It also brings to question like. I mean, as the, like, for the toy specifically, because I now have a Desire driver, thanks, Katsukan, but, like, if you put the powered builder, so, as you know, right, the only thing that makes the noise on the Desire driver is the driver itself. None of the actual bits, like, are the thing that, like, are the thing that, like, make noise. None of the individual raise buckles make noise on their own. So, but when you put the powered builder into the Desire driver, I assume that it'll be like fucking power, right? It'll say that shit.
Yeah.
Is there a separate function within the Desire driver that's specifically coded for when you have the powered builder, and then when you have the powered builder with another thing that it has a sound?
The powered builder itself is its own unit.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying.
The Desire driver has the build power.
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah.
right.
Game on.
Right, yeah.
Boop, boop, beep, beep. But on the power build, it has its own little slot piece.
Right. Okay, that's what I figured it would have to be because otherwise that's way too much coding to put into this fucking thing.
Yeah, but it just goes so much how much I hate the power build drivers from a design. How it just fucking has like this fact that they just at this point they're obligated to keep releasing stupid mini-con versions.
Yeah, now that they made this gimmick, they're like, oh fuck, we can milk the shit out of this.
Yeah, look, we're committed to this, right? It was already outrageous when they fucking showed Ace with the fucking mini-con with the
mini-con gun, yeah.
Right, and I was like, all right, fine. One additional one for you to sell. Sure, why not? But now
cool, yeah. Everybody knows that Ace likes his gun.
A beat mini-con, like what the fuck? How many mini-con? Are you just gonna release a mini-con drive for every single fucking Rise buckle now at this point?
Oh yeah, it's gonna include like fucking. We're gonna get a ninja buckle. We're gonna get like a little like ninja fucking sword or like shuriken thing. We're gonna get fucking the Michinaga's chainsaw.
I hate it. I hate the boat. I hate the fucking boat driver so much. In fact, it just needs his own little auxiliary fucking
the build buckle. Yeah. It's a whole other thing. Yeah, that's gonna be clunky as fuck.
Yeah. Look, but Ace gets his ass kicked this episode.
Yeah, everybody's getting whooped. Oh boy, it's looking real dire for our Kamen Riders. Sure hope that we can figure it out.
I think sometimes Ace needs to look within him, right, and get a little power boost,
Yeah, let the Fox spirit take over.
Right, right. Look.
He needs to go train under the waterfall and unleash the nine gate seal from his belly.
Yeah,
and and talk to the fox within.
Right.
Oh, Jesus, I didn't. Oh God, it doesn't help that Neon's dad is named Neon's family name is Kurama. But hey, who knows how that's gonna... I mean, I'm sure there's no fucking, like, reason for that. Like, it's just fucking stupid. But hey, looks like our friend Tigger's showing up next episode. Bouncing around. It's the Tigger movie all over again.
And all right, here's the meme.
Oh, cool.
I gotta find out.
Yeah. See, it's harder than it looks. Yeah.
Yeah. I've already moved to the editing hard drive, so I need to go to the editing hard drive.
Yep. See, then you gotta take it out of there. You gotta make sure. You also gotta make sure it's in a format that Discord can take.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah. I mean, boy, wow. I mean, yeah. That's accurate. I don't.
Man,
I'll be honest.
I love the fact that when you look up Kayla Sakurai.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I love that the wiki decides to use that image of Kayla as his default, as his stupid default image.
That's pretty sad.
As his character.
Look, Kayla's trying his best, okay?
I know, right? But look, I look at it, and I know we love to rip on Kayla a lot.
Yeah.
Right? Only because the show makes it easier for him. But man, boy, the fact that they did this by making this his stupid default avatar, real fucking...
Yeah, in my mind, so, it's funny that you use this meme format, because I was just thinking of, like, ladies, if your man, is playing second fiddle to a way cooler guy, has a like way less like screen time, but is like trying his best, and is like using a lot of green themed like motif abilities. That's not Keiwa Sakurai. That's Koichi from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 4. Like, that's basically what it feels like he's doing. It's just, he's Koichi at this point. He's like, I'm just following behind you, man. I'm just trying to keep up.
Alright. Yeah, I guess that's it for this week's episode. Anything else you want to say?
Boy, if Boost 2 is gonna be such a big hullabaloo, what the fuck is gonna be the supers for everybody else?
Boy, hey, look. That's the thing. Do you think everyone else is gonna get a Boost too? You know, right?
I'm just saying, Boost Mark 2.
Right, because we know because people have already hacked the Desire driver, right?
Yeah.
And we know that coded within the driver, there is a Boost 3. There is a Mark 3
right.
Coded in.
And also, we know from, like, reveals from, like, scans that this is not the final super form. Like, this is not the completed super form. This is very much like Saber with Primitive Dragon and Elemental Primitive Dragon. Where right. It's like, it's gotta have another piece to complete it. Or the fucking Hazard Trigger, right? With Bill.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But does that mean that everybody's super form is going to be
Rex,
using their sponsor thing?
Right before the... Fuck, what was the upgraded version of Barrett Rex again?
Barrett Rex was Volcano Barrett Rex, right?
Yeah, Volcano, right? This is the form before Volcano Barrett Rex, you know, right?
But based off of the way that it is shown, does that mean that we're going to end up with everybody's super form just using their sponsors Laser Rays Riser?
Oh man, that would be sick, you know, right? That would be cool. I kind of feel fucking sad for Kayla from going from a frog upgrade to getting just another frog upgrade, you know, right?
Yeah, well, you know, ribbit, motherfucker.
Alright. That's a good way to end this week's episode. Alright.
Yeah.
For the rest of something, watch as wear your mask and shots. Boosters a thing now. Kate, thanks, bye.